Is it streaming now? Yeah. ఇక్కడ పైన స్టార్ట్ చేయచ్చా? ఓకే. So yes guys, so we are here to talk about accounting under group 1 of IPCC or your intermediate, which is a new syllabus which has come up. Now what we are going to talk about here is basically your approach towards the exam. At the same time, I would like to clarify a few things about accounting which is coming up now. Now let's start with the basic understanding of what we have been learning in accounting and how we have to approach towards the exam. The most important part will be that this is the first examination that you're going to write, and that too your attempt of your exam from your CPT, which was an objective mode. Now you're going to write in a much more subjective mode now, so that makes it much more important. And like you know that the first exam is the most important one. Now you mess up with the first one, then you will not carry sufficient confidence to the remaining exams. So that is one more thing that you have to really remember about. So accounting, one thing is that you have sufficient amount of time. You just don't have enough, 1.5 days before the exam. You can have your own set of time before the exam that you can start concentrating on this. So what you need to think about is, number one, what is the first and the foremost thing which I have to know before I enter into the exam hall? Number one, the first and the foremost thing is your accounting standards. Without knowing the set of accounting standards, it is not possible for you to enter into the exam hall, which you need to be really, really careful about. Now, why am I emphasizing on that so much is because accounting standards form part of the first question or the first question of your first section of your question paper, which is a compulsory question, and there's no choice which is given here, and it's carrying 20 marks. Now, any examiner normally creates a particular image of a student based on the way that he attempts his first question. Now, there might be someone who might be asking me, saying that should I attempt the first question first, should I attempt the second question first, or should I attempt some other question which I am more confident about? Let me clarify again, saying that you can attempt whatever question you are more comfortable with. But from the examiner's point of view, if I am an examiner, I would first evaluate your question number one, because I would like to understand what is your level of competence in answering your accounting standard question. That is the reason why accounting standards becomes more and more important from an IPC student perspective. Now, like you know, with the new syllabus, we have new standards which have been added, because earlier we never had this standards of AS22, which is a very elaborate standard regarding income tax. So that becomes really more important, or makes it even more important. On an average, according to the weightage study, if we go about, your accounting standards on an average should be carrying about 32 to 46 marks, which is huge, because 32, when I'm talking about, is more than 1/3 of your paper. Now that is the quantum of your accounting standards which are going to be there in your exam question. So what is the approach that we have to go about? Now, accounting standard need not be by hearted line by line. I don't need it. The examiner is not looking at that. What we need is your practical understanding. What is your logical framework of each particular standard? The questions will be framed in much more practical way, rather than asking you a question regarding, tell us a brief about AS2, tell a brief about AS16. No one is going to ask this question. They're going to keep it much more specific. They're only going to give you a questions regarding the application of the standard, not the standard as a whole. So that makes it even more important for you to understand that you're not going to by heart the accounting standard, but instead what you're going to do is you're going to learn the accounting standard with their application. The application of the standard is much more important. So no line by heart. Make it simple, make it as logical as possible as far as your understanding is concerned, and at the same time try to solve as many number of problems as possible. That makes it even more important. Now, when we're going forward, what about the other topics that we have been discussing about? Like the partnership. Partnership becomes very important because you have an elaborate section on partnership starting from the admission and up to the end of the dissolution of a partnership firm. Now there's a complete ambit of partnership accounts which is embedded into your accounts. So that creates a much more opportunity for the examiner to test on this particular model. Until now, we have been having partnership split into two parts, accounts 1 and accounts 2, where we had 16 marks each. Now both the partnerships combined together, you can still expect the same. You can still expect a 16 plus 16, or I wouldn't be surprised if I would only find one 16 mark question or a 16 plus 8 coming from your partnership account. One of the very important thing is your single entry model. Your single entry is one more thing where you will definitely get another 16 mark question for. So you need to have a clear idea of not just your single entry but also your other questions which are regarding your small chapters. When I say small chapters, I'm basically even talking about branch. Branch might look very large, but even earlier in the old scheme also we were only asked branch accounts worth 8 marks. Though the chapter is very huge, you're only being asked 8 mark question from that. And one of the important parts in branch, I would say, is dependent branch. Because we have been seeing a lot of questions coming from dependent branch on a continuous scale even in the old scheme. So though I would say that dependent branch is very important, but please have a sufficient understanding of what independent branch was all about, right? So you're not going to have a choice as far as what the learning is all about. Department is one more thing which you have to be really careful about, and you also have to have a clear-cut understanding regarding your particular topics like insurance claims, your hire purchase, your investments. These are one more really important questions that you have to really understand about. So please make sure that you are having a good understanding of whatever all these topics are. And let me just gist you upon the chapters which I would actually categorize in a particular way. I'm going to categorize it based on their importance as far as the chapters are concerned. Please make sure that you're noting it. I'm only talking about accounting. I'm not talking about advanced accounting by any chance. Please make sure that your people are noted about it. Yeah, like I told you, number one, the accounting standards which I'm talking about. The accounting standards which I would really count upon as very important is AS2, inventory. Though it might be a very simple standard, it has been frequently asked as far as your IPCC is concerned. The second one, AS10, fixed asset. The reason is because your property, plant and equipment is a new standard which has replaced your earlier standard called as fixed asset. The new standard, since it is newly adopted, there is a high probability that such questions might appear from this particular standard. Now, along with that, I would also like to draw your attention towards your standard of AS13 investments. It's a compulsory question, have been appearing all the time again and again as far as your papers have been concerned. You can expect another question definitely coming down from AS13. At the same time, very important is borrowing cost. Not just for IPC, your intermediate, also for your CA final, we had borrowing cost, and borrowing cost has been important both for final as well as your intermediate portion as well. Now, talking about segment reporting, I would basically only restrict myself to where I say it's only about your identification of segments and not more than that. AS22 depends, definitely become very important, and one question is guaranteed from that. So I am trying to emphasize upon AS2, trying to emphasize upon AS10, trying to emphasize upon AS13, 16 and your 22. 5 standards which I'll count upon, and I'll say that definite questions will appear from these 5 standards. There's no escape route from this. These 5 standards for sure are going to appear as far as your exam paper is concerned, and all the questions will be practical, nothing will be theory. You don't have to by heart a complete standard. A practical understanding, a logical framework is more than sufficient enough. Now when we're talking about, you're talking about your company accounts. The most important part of your company accounts will be your redemption of debentures. which is a typically difficult topic, which I can agree upon. But you can definitely get your your marks of at least 8 marks coming down from that. Like I told you, partnership, I wouldn't want to restrict myself saying that this topic of partnership is important and this one is not. But dissolution of partnership firm, please keep it in your head. Really, really important as far as the topic is concerned. Branch, department. We have to make sure that our reliance is not too much as far as these two are concerned. But incomplete records, please make sure and keep a note of it that we have consistent questions from this chapter. And I am expecting even this time that there will be a question in your exam paper regarding at least 12 to 16 marks only from incomplete records. Now, regarding your hire purchase claim, hire purchase, insurance, two very tiny topics, there could be a question. Even if there is, there's nothing more than 8 marks which is coming up from this. There's definitely nothing more than 8 marks which is coming up from this. Now, regarding the company accounts, we do have tiny topics like bonus, you have rights, you have profits prior incorporation, your redemption of preference shares, redemption of debentures. Now, managerial remuneration becomes another topic, but it has not been asked, hasn't been asked so far. So the reliance on that particular topic might be slightly lower even in your upcoming exam. But one bet which we can definitely have is your redemption of preference shares and redemption of debentures. Please do not forego from that. Your profits prior incorporation, again a slightly much lower emphasis on that particular topic because it is not that important. Now, so talking about or counting upon all this, I would say that this is the way that we study standards, partnership accounts, then comes your incomplete records, redemption of debentures, branch, department, other miscellaneous topics like hire purchase, your insurance claims, your profits prior incorporation, your all other things which will come up at a much lower point of time. So this is ultimately a framework which I would say that probably this would be the most important questions or the most probable questions which could appear as far as the May 18 attempt is concerned. Or even for the November 18 attempt, these will be the important questions. Like I told you, the standards when I'm talking about, I'm naming AS2, 10, 13, 16, 22. For sure, these 5 questions will appear as far as your exam is concerned. No doubts as far as these topics are concerned. And one more very important topic which I missed out was cash flow statement, and which is a definite question. It's a definite question, has never been skipped. So definite question which will appear. I am not really counting upon the direct method, but the indirect method of AS3 is something which the examiner will be really excited to ask you or at least test you people your knowledge on. Please make sure that you have sufficient practice in cash flow, because normally we get a complaint saying that somewhere we are stuck in cash flow statement and incomplete record. That is only because of your lack of practice. More practice, the number of questions which we have been solving in the class itself are quite too many. That is the reason. The reason was basically because we wanted to make sure that you people get a good hand experience as far as these topics are concerned. So please make sure that you're having these topics in your hand before you actually start attempting the paper. Now, I'm ready to take up certain questions which can be asked out now. I'm waiting for your questions, guys. You can come up with any question, anything that you want. Ensure that you're coming up with really important questions so that we can start looking at what is supposed to be done. Yeah. So I get an AS22. Yes, AS22 becomes a really important question. Is the session for advanced accounting? I'm really sorry, I already told you so. IPCC, old syllabus important topics. Old syllabus important topics. Yes. When we're talking about the old syllabus, people, remember guys, old syllabus people, for you the important topics will continue to be your amalgamation and restructuring. Amalgamation and restructuring, please make sure that one question for sure is going to appear for 16 marks. Next one, your partnership. Partnership you only have regarding admission, retirement and death. Please make sure that you are reading through them because their questions are simple. You will get tested on this and for sure you're getting a good mark from this. Incomplete records undoubtedly is important for you people. Cash flow statement for sure is going to appear as far as your paper is concerned. Regarding your standards, again I'll count upon AS2. Very, very important, has been appearing, always has appeared. Next one will be AS10. Do not forget AS10. For you people, since you are you're getting tested on AS9 also repeatedly, as well as A7. A7, I would like to draw your attention towards para 35, which was discussed as far as your portion is concerned, where we're talking about certain contracts where the contract cost normally exceeds your contract revenue. That is one question which has been continuously asked by the examiner. Please make sure that you are having a note of that. So I'm counting upon 2, I'm counting upon 7, 9, 10. 4 standards for sure gonna appear for you. At the same time, don't forget your investment accounts. Investment accounts as a chapter by itself is really important for your exam. At the same time, cash flow statement. Compulsory question, indirect method is again what you have to count upon. Please make sure that you're not getting too much into direct method. Indirect method is something that you have to talk about. Yeah, redemption of debentures, the class has already been provided. Please make sure that you are updated about it. Amendments for the whole syllabus. Yeah, amendments for the whole syllabus. We have only AS10 as an amendment because AS10 has completely been replaced, and we have discussed the new AS10, that is property, plant and equipment. At the same time, please keep in your head that proposed dividend. The adjustment in AS4 saying that the proposed dividend should not be appearing as your adjustment item at all. So please remember that, and that has been removed as a part of adjustment under Companies Accounting Standard Amendment Rules 2016. Keep yourself noted. No proposed dividend in the balance sheet. No proposed dividend to be shown in the balance sheet. He is not going to give in the question. Please, you don't include it by any chance. Yes. Sums in ICA material, is it enough? To an extent, because ICA is not going to deviate much from their study material. They're going to stick to your study materials and practice manuals, and that is the reason why the questions that we have been solving in tuition.in are also based on your study material and practice manual, as well as your last 8 RTPs have also been covered as far as your portion is concerned. So please make sure that you're sticking to study materials and practice manuals. Don't go too much into that book and this book unnecessary. You don't have much of a time, and it is not necessary at all. Please make sure that sufficient clarity of your head and good number of questions that you solve. And regarding your AS4, yep, negotiation with other company for acquisition of business has started on 2nd February, and the company has invested 40 lakhs on 12th of April 2017. Is it an adjusting event? We do not call it as an adjusting event because the investment has only occurred on 12th of April. The condition for the investment depends upon what is the condition as on 31st March. So we would not really call it as an adjusting item, but we will call it as a disclosure item. Because we said though it is not adjusting, if it is material, we have to compulsory provide sufficient disclosure. So it requires a disclosure to be coming up. Is it possible for you to upload AS2 and AS13? Both are available. Both are available, AS2 as well as AS13. If not in tuition.in, please check your YouTube. Both are available. We have put up those classes as well. So let me see what else have I got now. So we are coming up with new questions. Guys, again and again, redemption of debentures has been uploaded. Please keep your eye on that. Please don't go here and there. Please make sure that you're stuck to your tuition.in. You'll get enough sessions out there. Enough number of questions, enough number of solutions which have been solved. Sufficient enough classroom education there. What am I coming up with? Any other further questions coming up? Yeah, new syllabus, there is no RTP. So do we study material? We are coaching outside. Not really. Please stick to the study material. Good enough, right? Because I know he did not give you RTP because they did not have sufficient time to frame up one. I don't think so it is necessary, okay? It is good for you because he did not give you RTP. Otherwise, you would have actually studied the RTP altogether. Not necessary. You people are lucky. Stick to your study material, good enough. All new syllabus people. Scored 55 in accounts. So now I should again go through only practice manual. I have put my paper for verification. Paper for verification, guy. I might be sounding quite pessimistic, but I wouldn't really encourage someone to wait for the verification results to come up. And number 2, like you said, you're getting 55 in accounts, you again start with 0 in the next exam, right? I'm not demotivating you, I'm just warning you that you do not take it for granted saying that, I got a 55, I'm good with accounts. Absolutely no. You're again starting with a 0 score. Had it been starting with 55, it would have been a different story altogether. So please make sure that you are having sufficient enough idea. If you have stopped at 55, that means your conceptual clarity is not up to the mark, or your practice is not up to the mark. Please a little bit of more effort, especially with the standards you put up. That makes a lot of difference between 50 and 60. Scored 55 in accounts. Yeah, I've read this. Group 1 guide karo na, how to deal with. Group 1 pura guide karna hai yaar. Group 1, I don't know. I would really bet myself on accounting and costing. I would definitely bet myself too much on accounting and costing. Practical papers, definitely scoring papers, and compared to your law, compared to your tax, because tax is a mix of both. Tax is a mix of both theory as well as practical. Too many things to remember, too many things to assess. I think accounts and costing, if you are practical enough, if you are logical enough, your scoring should be more based on these. Law, I'm not saying that it is not scoring. I myself, have scored really less in law because I'm not really that good as far as writing a theory is concerned. Comes with a knack. It is only a knack about how much you practice as far as you're reading and retaining it in your head and reproducing in the exam hall. That creates a lot of sense. So please make sure that you at least do good with law. Okay, someone who's really good with theory, I think law is one subject that you have to count upon. So someone who's really good with practical, costing, and accounts. No other way that you can clear out your group 1 in one shot. And at least when I'm talking about counting upon them, 70 in accounts and 70 in costing is what I'm talking about. A 40-40 is compulsory in the other two. One second, guys. I'm not picking it up. I'm picking as much as I can the questions. Please keep shooting more questions, guys. So please AS4 or AS5 के class डाल दीजिए ना, please. I think we have done that. If we have not, then I'll make sure that they are done. Ganesh, I'll do that. Yeah? Ganesh, I'll just check. If it is not there, then I'll make sure that it is done. Because we do have those lectures ready with us. Again, we get a question, is it applicable for advanced accounting too? Like I told you, advanced accounting, we will be doing a separate video. Please make sure that people are tuned into it. Please don't ask me too much about it. Yeah, redemption of debentures also, we have, like I told you, we promised to put the classes up. We'll be doing it. We have already done it, please. I've cleared my group 1. I would like to score an exemption in accounts 2. Suggestions, accounts 2 ka suggestions baad mein de dunga ya. Please don't mind. Rahul, please. Anything else, guys, that I can guide you upon? I'm looking for good questions. Some questions where I can help you out with. Come on, guys. Shoot more questions in. Guide for CA final FR. Guide for CA final FR. I'll do that, man. I'll do that. Not the session to be asking me for. CA final FR, I think please stick to your study material. Stick to your study material. If you are talking about new syllabus, stick to your study material. Your NDAS is very, very important. Very important because it carries 60 marks. But anyways, we are not talking about final in EGOM. We are only talking about accounts. I'm sorry, Nisha. Nisha, we will discuss about it. You can directly message me, otherwise that would be great because I cannot cover it in this particular session. We are only talking about accounting here, right? I'm talking about group 1 accounts. Someone is Rahul Mahapati, I would congratulate you for clearing your group 1, man. Radhe, sir, do you conduct classes in Mumbai? What does it make a difference, man? When I'm available online, take it, man. I'm not available in Mumbai, definitely. So please make sure that you're getting tuned into the classes online. Online classes are good. Stay at your place, listen to the classes, practice more and more. We are available right here. Any questions, shoot up directly. It need not be on a live session. You can ask me offline as well. Your redemption of debentures, again, I get the same question. I'll have to once check again because so many people are having the same question out there. I'll have to check them. Then maybe I am wrong saying that, the lecture is already put up. Let me just check. Give me a day's time, guys. Give me a day's time. Redemption of debentures will happen. Manju Prasad, please, I'll make sure that, it is done. If it is not, to the extent of my knowledge goes, it is already there. So Shweta, Raghuram and Manju Prasad, I think I've answered your question. Let me just check. If it is already there, then it's fine. Otherwise, I will make sure that it is put up right across, right? Anything else which I am guiding now? All the whole syllabus people, guys. Any other questions that you have, please make sure that you're shooting in. How to do costing theory? A wrong person to ask, don't you think so? Like I told you, I'm very, very bad at theory. You should not be asking me the question, especially regarding costing. Not definitely not. Okay, you should not be asking me that. I think your respective costing faculty will help you do that. Okay, how to differentiate audit fee in profits prior incorporation, whether it is pre or post incorporation? Amazing question, good. Now, whenever we are talking about your audit fee, now there are two types of audit fee which we normally have to think about. One is a tax audit, other one is a company audit. If it is a company audit, then the entire expenditure of audit fee will be called as post incorporation expense, will not be classified as pre incorporation expense by any chance. If it is a tax audit, then we will normally allocate it on the basis of the turnover ratio between pre and post incorporation. But sometimes the question normally does not say whether this is tax audit, this is company audit. Completely depends upon the assumption that you have taken. Audit fee is an assumption that you take. Take it as company audit, take it under post incorporation. If you take it as tax audit, then you have to divide it in the turnover ratio. My suggestion, take it as company audit, easier. Otherwise, you will have to make sure that you're using your ratios, dividing between pre and post. Now that makes it slightly difficult. So take it as post, it will become easier. But if the question clearly said it is tax audit, then please don't make assumptions. Okay, let it go with the question, whatever it says. Need help regarding auditing? If you need help regarding auditing, and I think you need to be asking your auditing faculty and not me. Wrong person to ask again. Please shoot only the appropriate questions in the window, guys. Please, I don't want inappropriate questions at all. Hello, sir. Mansi Babbar, hello. You can give me your feedback, guys. You can give me or leave your feedback as a comment to the live chat. It'll be great. It'll be really interesting to see how you people are coping up with the classes. Anything else? Guys, please attempt the question number 1 first. Accounting standards, please. I would really recommend you to have at least 3 readings before you touch the exam hall. Before you go to the exam hall. Advanced accounts theory questions, boss, there's no theory, man. Manju Prasad, again, I'll put it up to you that we don't have theory as far as your advanced accounting is concerned. Stick to your accounting standards. Stick to accounting standards. The theory is going to come only from that. Goodwill. Why goodwill will not be covered under AS 26? Very good, man. AS 26 it will not cover because there is a specific para to be discussed about that. Para 26 para 35 of AS 26 says that self-generated goodwill should not be covered as per AS 26. Why is that so? Because it is a self-generated asset. For us, we have something called as a cost concept, if you remember, and no asset can be recorded other than through a cost concept. No expenditure has to be recorded other than through a cost concept. So self-generated goodwill is raised goodwill, self-raised. I am assessing my goodwill. My assessment of my goodwill might be different. Your assessment of the goodwill might be different. So goodwill is not complying your cost concept, not to be shown as far as your books of accounts are concerned. That is the reason why even in partnership we raise goodwill and we write off goodwill. The logic is behind AS 26. Para 35, self-generated goodwill not to be shown in your books of accounts. I need to buy advanced accounting old syllabus. Is it available online? Absolutely. Please log into tuition.in. Sandhya Reddy. Being FCA, why is the session specific for advanced accounting? When is that going to be? It should be sometime in 2 days time, guys. Regarding advanced accounting, I will discuss. Being FCA, I don't get your name. Your ID only says being FCA. You will be an FCA man. You will be an FCA really soon. I wish so. But you will have to wait for a couple of days before we do advanced accounting. Advanced accounting is also really interesting. And one are the main subjects for you to actually get into your clear your group 2, because group 2 becomes really difficult for you to clear without your advanced accounting. Important chapters of advanced accounting, Habib, I will give you, when we discuss about advanced accounting separately, I will tell you what is more important in advanced accounts. Okay. So Habib, I don't think so. I'm disappointing you. I will come back. I will come back with advanced accounting again. Yes. Do I have any further questions? Okay. Hello, sir. Again, hello. Hello, Krishna. We have a good number of people watching. Please ask me your questions. Please shoot your questions. Sir, why introduce AS 19? Please explain with case laws related to this. Okay, why did you introduce AS 19? Why it was introduced? Why it was introduced? Because leases is a separate concept. When we talk about a lease, especially when you're talking about a lease of a particular piece of machinery, and such machinery which you're using, and it is not shown in your books of accounts because you're calling it as your lease rental directly into your P&L. The balance sheet does not look so. But whatever profit that you're made, don't you think you're made even using that particular machinery? So it is important for me to show a return on fixed asset. To show a return on fixed asset came the concept of AS 19, where he started recognizing finance lease. If you remember, in finance lease, we recognize a leased asset on the asset side, right? So Shivaji Hari, I hope I've clarified it. AS 19 becomes really important, guys. It's not for operating lease, but very important for finance lease. Operating lease, I don't think so. You and me have to discuss much about it. Throw it into the P&L, be it an expense or be it an income. Finance lease, that has to be as a part of your asset. You have to recognize it. Your entire hire purchase accounting is based on AS 19, the same concept that you derive from. I'm looking for further questions, guys. We have discussed bearer plans, biological assets. Please check the videos. Check the videos which have been put up by tuition.in. Any amendments with accounts 1? I think I've discussed about it. There are no money amendments. AS 10, property, plant and equipment, compulsory question. You can take it, you can count it on it. It's my word. Okay, I'm telling you, it is going to appear as far as your paper is concerned, be it old syllabus, be it new syllabus, for sure. Right? Revised standard. And one more amendment which I was talking about regarding proposed dividend. Proposed dividend should not be appearing as an adjusting item under your balance sheet as far as your new syllabus, as far as the new AS4 is concerned. Anything else? Sir, so Sriram Karthikeyan, I think amendments I have discussed about it. Next, Pavan Kalwad. Sir, capital redemption reserve concept, CRR. CRR concept is regarding your reduction in share capital, man. When I say share capital is a combination of equity and preference. Now, when I have an equity as well as a preference share capital up there, let's say my equity plus preference is 100. I have redeemed preference shares worth 30. For the purpose of redemption of preference shares of 30, I have increased or I have issued equity shares with face value worth 20. What is happening? Preference share capital reduced by 30, equity share capital increased by 20. Net reduction 10 rupees. That is your amount of CRR. So CRR, capital, redemption, reserve. What does it mean? Redemption of capital. So redemption of capital means reduction in the value of your capital. Look at it as a combination of equity plus preference, you will get the understanding. Right? So equity plus preference before adjustment, equity plus preference after adjustment. Compare these two. Amount of reduction is the amount of CRR. CRR to be created only out of your free reserve. Schedule 3, under your reserves and surplus, this will be the first item to be presented. Sir, PM and SM is enough for accounting standard. Shivaji Hari, ha. Study material and practice manuals are Bible. They are Bible. ICA is going to stick to them. Right? You don't have to break your head for any other thing. When dividend is declared in July and given in October, the effect was given in dividend column amount for shares holding till 31st March and shares purchased after 31st March. The dividend amount was in amount column. Okay, you're talking about investments, I suppose, right? So share purchased after 31st March, then the dividend amount should be in the amount column because it is called as pre-acquisition dividend. This is a concept of pre-acquisition dividend which is borrowed from AS 13, and the concept of pre-acquisition dividend will not be able to explain it right here. I'm really sorry, Nikita Sagar, because it is a much elaborate concept. I think you have to go back to AS 13 video which we have, and please look at what the initial concepts, okay, basic concepts I've explained regarding your pre-acquisition dividend. You will understand why I put it in the amount column. There's a difference between pre-acquisition and post-acquisition dividend regarding the treatment. Why so? That's what I'm saying. Why so is because of pre-acquisition dividend. Let's say for suppose on 31st March, as on 31st March, the person who's holding the share knows that if he holds the share for another few months, he's gonna get the amount of dividend. Now, what is the dividend paid for? Dividend is paid for the period from April to March. Was I holding the share for that period? Yes, sir. But when will you get? I might get in August or September. I can't wait till August or September. I have a buyer right now. So this buyer right now, I'm going to sell it to him. When I'm giving it to him, I'm telling the buyer, boss, ये खाली share नहीं है. This share has a right to receive dividend. Now it is receiving dividend for a period for which you are not shareholder. I was a shareholder. I am legal right for I hold it. So what we are trying to say is that amount, whatever you have actually sold, that amount was basically the money with which you purchased is called as cum dividend value. To reduce this cum dividend value on the credit side in the amount column, we credit the amount of dividend so that the cum dividend value minus the amount of dividend automatically will adjust to X dividend value. Right shares concept in investment account. Yeah, right normally is given to the existing shareholder. It is bifurcated into two things. A right which you exercise, a right which you renounce. Renounce means transfer. So when I exercise, no change. Simple entry, investment to bank, no changes. On the debit side, I will write to bank, number of shares column as well as amount column for the amount which I paid. But when I renounce it, that is a concept which is coming up. When I renounce it, then I'm going to receive a certain amount of cash, which I will write it on the credit side by cash, and I'm writing it on the dividend column if the shares purchased are X dividend. If the shares purchased are cum dividend, then the amount of renouncement of rights, I'll post it in the amount column and not in the dividend column. Depends on whether the share is X dividend, X right or cum right. Pawan Galat, thank you Sarji, thank you for asking your doubts, man. Sandhya Reddy, right? I think I hope I'm clear, Sandhya Reddy, right? How to prepare for accounting standards? Ashwati Nair, what I can help you with, on how do you go about it? I wouldn't really recommend students to go through every standard or all the standards at one shot. Hold it up. What you do is, every day, have 1 hour of accounting standards, how much ever you can do, or have one standard per day. Certain standard can take an hour, certain standards can take more than that or 2 hours sometimes, but make sure that you're reading the standard, solve the question, and that is when you say that you have sufficient understanding of it. Get that? Sandhya Reddy, thank you so much. Ashwati Nair, I hope please make sure that. Okay. Daily X standard laga. Daily one standard, please make sure that you are doing it for 10 days. The standards are really good, but keep revising, keep revising. Whenever you get free time, keep revising. That is when you'll remember. Memory is very, very important as far as your standards are concerned. You talk about consolidation problem while explaining dividend concept. Yeah, while explaining the dividend concept, consolidation, yeah, definitely, we have to deal with that. Sir, explain UK-based counterline company case law relating to AS 19. Please explain, sir. This is the base for introducing. I wouldn't really say that the UK-based counterline company case is the introduction of AS 19, because AS 19 is basically derived from a standard called as IFRS. Okay, it is basically IAS 17 which is there. IAS 17 was introduced much long back. So the case law which you're quoting is not Indian case law, it is a foreign case law which is there. So not Indian case law. For us, we have directly copy pasted from IFRS. That is IAS 17 brought in as AS 19, nothing more than that. Fast revision on accounting standards. I think you check it out on YouTube, guys. Pawan Kalwad, I have provided it on YouTube. Each one should be about an hour, I guess, those standards. I think you can just go on a go. Please search my name, Santosh Mehra, you will get it. Ashwati Nayak, thank you, no problem. Yeah, Shivaji Hari, like I told you, right? That is based on IFRS, that case law which you are quoting. Advanced accounting, important question. Desukesh, Ganesh Babu. We will come back, man. We'll come back on advanced accounting. You don't have to really bother too much into it. Anything else which I'm looking at? Guys, if you people are done with it, then we are going to close it out. So please make sure that you're asking your doubts, shoot your doubts as much as you possible. Right? Ask it out. Ganesh Babu, we'll provide then advanced accounting, we will do a separate session. You don't have to bother much about it. Pawan Kalwad, I'll repeat, you check my name on YouTube, you will get your standards. The standards are right out there. Sir, I did not find AS13 in your channel. AS13 Satyarati is a investment account here. So you won't find in my channel. You will find it on tuition.in. Go to tuition.in, you will definitely find it there. It will be on the name of investment account. I don't think so. I have named it as AS13. Please check. What is the difference between X interest and cum interest? X interest and cum interest, you're asking me, Sriram Karthikeyan. Very good, yeah. Sriram Karthikeyan, basically X interest and cum interest means the normal dividend payment dates are at least, sometimes 6 months or sometimes quarterly, sometimes yearly. Let's say a company has actually gone for an yearly dividend. Yearly, they are only going to give dividend on 1st of April. I sell the share somewhere in the month of September or October. What will happen? The last dividend which I got is in the month of April. I am holding the debenture or I am holding the bond from April to September. Who is paying me dividend interest for that? No one is going to pay me interest. So what I will do, when I sell the debenture, I'll ask the buyer, boss, I have been holding for this period, please give me interest as well. So because the holder who has bought the debenture from you will receive complete year dividend as on 1st April, though he was not holding the debenture for a complete year. So that is the reason why you find that. So cum dividend is the price of the debenture plus the amount of dividend which is accumulated up to the date of transaction. If let's say my transaction happened on 15th of August, 1st April to 15th August, whatever is the amount of interest accumulated will be added to the price. This added price is called as cum dividend price, cum interest price. I'll remove the interest portion, become my X interest price. Please make video on fast track classes. Please check the channel. Check my channel. Name Santosh Mehra. Please check the channel. We have provided it. Sir, that's it. Okay, is it an exclamation or you wanted me to ask more doubts? Sir, you are great. Irfan Khan, I'm not really great, guys. Definitely not great. Okay, I'm just trying to help you out and nothing else. Sir, are your videos relevant for intermediate November 18? Intermediate November 18, yes, they're relevant. Go to tuition.in, subscribe for the videos. Very much relevant. Sir, any tips to complete FR paper on time? Ashwati Nayak, good question, man. To complete on time, practice more. The better clarity that you have in head is the faster that your fan moves. If you are clear here, then your fan moves much faster. Do not waste time much on consolidation. Keep your consolidation question toward the last. Yeah, anything else? Sir, any tips to complete? Yeah, I've already given that. Ashwati Nayak, FR paper is very lengthy. How CA will make sure that they let him 100 marks. I can understand Ashwati Nayak, but not the place to discuss. Ashwati Nayak, can you please direct message me either on Facebook or you can message me on Instagram somewhere or on any other place. Please make sure that you're doing it because we will discuss about CA final later. This is not a CA final place to discuss. I'm really sorry, Ashwati Nayak, to disappoint you on this, but we will discuss on this topic, right? I can give you a bit of tips on that concept. Yeah, that's good that tuition.in people have actually uploaded the video, link where you can find the videos. They're not complete videos. For the complete videos, you have to go back to tuition.in. There are only few videos which are updated, which are regarding your accounting standards. That's it, which is relevant for your IPCC people. Can we leave amalgamation? Very good. Yeah, nice question. Just Kandor, can we leave amalgamation and related chapters and do consolidation perfectly as we have a choice? I will definitely not recommend Just Kandor. Absolutely no. No, don't leave it as choice. Please make sure that you're making your efforts, man. Leaving as choice is bad. Was writing 100 marks itself, I'm not really sure whether I'll be reading everything itself, I'm not sure whether I'll be answering 100 marks. Answering 100 marks, I'm not sure whether I'll get 40. Right? Now you are talking about leaving a choice. Leaving a choice, will you be able to attempt the 100 marks? Question number one. Number two, even if you attempt, will you get the same amount of marks? Please do not. No risk, man. No risk, man. Please. Sriram Karthikeyan, is it okay that we study the chapter accounting in computerized environment? Is it relevant? Not really, man. It's a 4-mark question which will come in 7th question. In the question number 7, bit questions, you get 1 question on that, but it's a plain simple chapter. I don't think so you have to do much of it. Related chapter is sale of division or demerger. Jash Kandor, I think you're referring to CA final, man. This is not a place that we discuss. Like I told you, message on Facebook, I'll definitely be answering you that. Right? Demerger is important. Demerger is important. No leaving it as choice, man. No choice. No choices. Please. Don't mess with ICAI. Don't never ever mess with ICAI. Yeah, I'm Karthikeyan. Thank you. Most welcome. Most welcome. Yash Kandor. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But no leaving as choice. Just Kandor, please. I'm getting only thank yous. So should I assume that you're done with your doubts? Please, please, guys. Are we getting anything more? Yeah, just Kandor. Good. Sorry, sir. I didn't find AS13 in your channel as well as no tuition.in. You will find Sanjay Reddy. Tuition.in you will find. It will be on the name of investment accounts. For sure it will be there. I have recorded it, man. I know. You'll find it. You'll find it. Sanjay Reddy. If it is ILS, just check anyways. But still, I'm pretty sure that it is there. No one has actually asked me about this. Any doubts? Yes, guys. Any further doubts that we have? Thank you again, Ashwati Nair. No problem. You're welcome. And Sanjay Reddy, your queries will be answered by tuition.in because the videos are up there. You don't have to bother much about it. Anything else, guys? Anything else what we are getting? Anything else that we are getting, guys? So yes, guys, I'll have to sign off, I guess, because we are not getting any further queries on this. So I hope it has been informative. No problem, even if your doubts are not clarified here. You get a further doubt sometime later, please make sure that you're reaching out to me. You can reach out to me through tuition.in, you can reach out to me on Facebook, you can reach out to me anywhere. Make sure that you're reaching out to me. Your doubts will be answered. Please make sure that you are tuning into tuition.in, subscribe for the classes, make sure that you have sufficient amount of time which is left out for practice. Most very important. 100 marks you have to answer. Please, 100 marks. And no, one more thing, for the exams, listen very carefully. I'm telling you again and again, no pencil, no scale, no red pen, no green pen, No color pencils. This is not Rangoli competition going on there. One blue pen, sufficient, no time waste, answer to the point, come out from there. How do you record the asset was partially financed? Let it be partially financed, man. Asset is an asset. You go it first per cost concept. Your amount of borrowing will be shown as a liability. Sir, could you please discuss the portion to focus on company accounts? Because company accounts, not much as far as your accounting one is concerned, man, other than old syllabus people, amalgamation. Amalgamation is one thing that you have to think about. Sanjay Reddy, you want my number? You will find it on Facebook. Sanjay Reddy, I hope you will find it on Facebook. Shruti, the company accounts chapter that you are asking about, if you're an old syllabus student, I don't know if you're a new one or the old one. If you're an old syllabus student, amalgamation is very important. Other than that, you can place your bet slightly on profits prior incorporation and bonus issue, but the level of weightage is much lower. Sir, black pen, हाँ ठीक है यार, black pen भी चलेगा यार. They have put up one rule saying that you have to use only black pen. Irfan Khan, useful video, bye sir. Thanks a lot Irfan Khan for joining us. Facebook ID, my name, yeah. You'll find my name. Sanjay Reddy. Find my name, you'll get it. Jashkantor, yeah, black pen. Black pen, please make sure black pen is used, man. But no color pencils, okay? Shruti, thank you. Most welcome, Shruti. Sanjay Reddy, you'll find me, man. Harish Narayanan, I love your classes. Thanks a lot, man. Can fully depreciated asset be revalued? Shivaji Hari? Very much, very much. But there is no restriction saying that you are not supposed to revalue an asset which I have already written off. Asset disposed of, I can't revalue. Asset is there. I have written it off to 0. I will revalue whatever you want. No problem. No one will stop you here. Shivaji Hari, I hope I've clarified your doubt. Yes, guys. So very much appreciated, guys, the way that you have been asking your doubts upon here. You've been using this really well. So all I can say is, please make sure, guys, that you people are having good amount of time. Guys, you're having good amount of time. You're still in March 15th. You have 45 days to go. Focus. Focus is most important. Like I told you, daily one standard. Daily one standard, revise. Revise and revise and revise. Keep doing that. Will help you. Will help you actually go through it. Right? That grip you need. You need to have a grip on your accounting standard. And I want practical application. I don't want your theory. I don't want you to by heart the entire standard up. Yep, you will get good marks, Sanjay Reddy. You definitely have my backing. You will definitely get. Naresh, your videos are helping me a lot, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Naresh. We will try to keep more updates as far as the videos are concerned. We'll do much more there. I'll repeat, guys. Solving 100 marks, really important. Accounting standards, number 1. Please put your focus on your standards and go on. First question, most important. Make sure that you are having a good impression on the examiner. So, yes, guys. That's where I think we will be stopping the session right here, because we had good amount of discussion happening and my chat is not coming up with more chats here. Yes, guys. So anything which we have later, we will definitely discuss. Sir, how many days should I take to complete first revision and second revision? Nikita, first revision should take about 5 or 6, second about 3. Third revision is before your exam, 1.5 days. After watching your video, I'm off. Shivaji Hari, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. We are out of doubt, Irfan Khan. If you're out of doubts, man, then no problem. Whenever you have doubts, shoot. Until the exam time, you have to keep asking your doubts, man. You have every right to disturb. Please upload group 2 accounts classes. I'm really sorry, Naresh. You have not checked tuition.in. That's why you are coming up with this statement. Please check tuition.in. Old syllabus, new syllabus. We have uploaded all the videos. Check again, check again. Yes? Thanks a lot, guys. I think I'll be signing out here. Any further questions, please put it on mail. Please put me through tuition.in. You can directly send it to me on Facebook. My Facebook ID will be my own name. Yeah. So, sir, how is your health? Recently, you're not keeping well. Kaushal saying, yeah, I've not been keeping well, man. I am fine. I'm not really 100%. I'm doing good. Thanks a lot, Kaushal Sen, for asking it that. But I think I'm sounding better now because my throat was knocked down. Sir, can you please make a WhatsApp group for doubts? Shivaji, I don't think so. That is advisable, man. Do you think so? Too many pings will be coming up and we get good morning messages and all. Whatever relevant doubt is there, put it on Facebook. I'm there to answer. I'm always there to answer. Shivaji, please. Bad idea, man. Bad idea. Yeah. Guys, all the best. And this is not the end of it. We will be doing more sessions. We will be making sure that more doubts are coming up. Right? Yeah, Kaushal saying I will do that, man. I'll take care. I will take care. I'll be better next time we do this. Right? So we will make sure that we will be coming back again on accounting. We will be coming back on advanced accounting. We will be coming back on financial reporting. All topics we're gonna do it. But please do not accumulate your doubt. Right? So you have different ways to reach me. Now I will be there at least per day. I take out 1 hour to answer all your doubts. Please make sure that you're posting your doubt, right? So you find my name Santosh Mehra on Facebook. There is a page, there is an account. Like it, message through that. That is the place where you will be getting all the doubts answered, right? So I will be stopping the streaming right here. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining me. It was great talking to you people, and it is great interacting with you people. At least you can see me, I can't see you, but it was pleasure talking to you and answering your people doubts. Please make sure that you people keep on asking more and more doubts, okay? Pranay Mishra, thank you, Sergi. You're welcome. Shravanand G, I love your classes. Thanks a lot, man. Nikita Sagar, thanks a lot. I'm really happy with this live session. I'm definitely enjoying such sessions after doing revisions. Definitely, you will do more. More revisions, Nikita Sagar, more revisions we need, right? Not only accounts, you have to pass everything. So that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you soon. Please shoot all your doubts, right?